I want to actually go in and talk about some things with Star Wars. I came in last night, and last night we sat down, and as Martin said, we dissected the trailer. We gave our whole interpretation of certain things. Since the trailer was not giving you a full story, we kind of came in and said, well, this means that, and that means this.
Yeah. And that's all there is to it.
And that's all there is to it. We are done. Our job is done here today.
Who are you? I'm no one.
My boy BB. Yeah, people, I've praised this like everybody else. I lost my shit.
Yes, you did.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
I just want to clear some
Brother's
things.
mad.
I know that brother's mad and wet. Look at him. God damn. It's hot up in this bitch. Yeah, he didn't know when he got cast in Star Wars, they're going to make his ass walk 5 miles in the desert. God, I mean, you better give me a fucking load of money for this shit. But the thing about Star Wars is that, look, I love this trailer because it takes me back to a day. It's not, I mean, take Star Wars out of it. It takes me back to a day when trailers were cool and they didn't reveal everything.
Right. Yeah.
They were marketed it well. And you did. I mean, it may sound crazy, but back in the 80s, you know, the heyday of blockbusters such as Star Wars and the Spielberg era,
Yeah.
you know, Indiana Jones and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Jurassic Park
Jurassic
was like
Park,
that,
well, yeah, Jurassic Park was like that. That was probably the last time we saw a trailer like that. But they never really told you the full story, never showed you a whole lot of special effects, and it was not too wild to think that you would make the story up on your own and be totally surprised that you'll be proud of the things you got right and be totally surprised by the things that you didn't.
I feel like that's what they wanted to do. They wanted you to have an idea, because that's the way it was, like, in the early 90s and shit. Like, you had an idea of what something was, and then when you went in and it was something completely different, then that kind of added to some surprise.
I remember like Gremlins, you know,
that's a good one.
Gremlins and E.T.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jaws. It was a shark. They even show you the fucking shark, you know? I mean, you knew it was about a shark, but people went, I can't wait to see what that shark was like.
Right.
Like a fucking shark.
You only see it in like like just a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
Because the fucking shark was broken all the time.
Yeah, so the trailer, brilliant. But let's examine Star Wars. This is what I'm going to do. As much as I was mad at Porno Chris, what do you want?
What do you want? I want an epic trailer.
What makes epic?
Not fucking average.
He's actually right about some things.
Oh, okay. Wow, you really can give him the satisfaction.
I know, don't get too
right?
proud. That's what I do. That's why I was, fuck, man, I didn't think you'd be here tonight for one thing.
Just for this.
Fuck this dude, man. Sitting over there like Jabba. Look at him. I know I was right. Korey Coleman. Ha ha ha. Salacious crumbs. The thing is, that's his real laugh.
It is.
Now, let's just look at Star Wars for what it is. I'm going to say some things that people don't want to hear, but I'm going to put it out there because let's look at Star Wars for what it really is. Star Wars, the original, great movie. I know it doesn't.
Good movie.
No. You know what?
I've rewatched it recently, and it's goodish, but great is pushing.
No, I give it great, and here's why. Citizen Kane. It's a whole Citizen Kane thing, man. The Citizen Kane factor. I know people coming up today probably will look at Star Wars and say, it's not that good. You probably go back and look at it and say it's not that good. But in context for its time, brilliant film, man.
Okay, I remember looking at it recently, watching it, and there's parts where I'm like, it's kind of dragging here, or that's not all that great. But then I just saw Empire not that long ago, thinking it was going to be the same experience, and I was like, no, I'm totally sucked into this movie.
Well, come on, Martin. Empire, and you're right. Empire is a brilliant fucking film.
It is. It's timeless.
That's when they knew what it was, though.
But yeah, exactly. Star Wars was the originator. Right. It's great just for that alone, and it's great for its time, and it still holds up today. The simplicity of the storytelling. Sure, it might drag, but storytelling was a different thing in film back in the 70s. Yeah. And then we go on to Return of the Jedi.
Which I don't dislike.
No, I don't.
Return of the Jedi. Saw it 5 times when I was a kid in the theater, so I loved it. But, it's not a good movie. I'm sorry. It's not. It has great moments, but it's not a good movie. However, it is part of a collective, and it did whatever you think. It's like having bad sex where you had a great orgasm. It's like it might lead up to something. The lead up might be bad, but the cap off is great.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Exactly. You know, people is
See, that's something that I've often thought about. Like, if you do the math,
Yeah.
you go Star Wars good, okay, or even if you say Star Wars great, Empire phenomenal, Jedi Return of the Jedi, okay,
yeah, but
then you got 3 more movies that are just bad to actually fucking horrible.
see, and I know, see that, that's
so
where,
if
that's
you-
where you jump to. That's where everybody jumps to.
So if you do the math on that, that's a low score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody jumps. When I say what's next, and the reason why I said aha, because I even heard some people over here whisper prequels. You know, everybody jumps to the Phantom Menace, man.
Oh, man.
But do we forget that there's a whole decade or so between Star Wars and Return of the Jedi and the Phantom Menace? There are years between that.
Sure.
Right.
We can't look at the movies anymore. We got to take everything. We have to take Star Wars, the property, as a whole, and everything that came after the original Star Wars movies, the original trilogy, man.
Okay, so say we roll in the Jenny Tartakovsky animated.
Well, before
series.
we go there,
But we got the Christmas special.
but that's it. That shit came while Star Wars was still in a heyday.
That's
For
right.
the fact that we didn't even get to Empire before they started fucking up. I mean, we should have known that it would be bad because even the music, John Williams' great score, but some things should never ever be given words and lyrics.
A day that takes us to the dark.
These motherfuckers are high.
Oh, yeah.
They are high
Very
there.
high.
Get out there and look solemn like you're in church.
Harrison Ford does not want to be here, man.
I
Harrison,
can't see his eyes.
Nobody wants to be there.
Yeah.
The audience didn't want to be there.
but Harrison Ford, you could tell this man like, what is this bullshit they got me doing right now? I'm fucking Han Solo with this corny shit right here. Even C-3PO was bored. He's like, God damn, hear this shit on me.
and that's when Carrie Fisher started doing coke.
That's when everybody started
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
coke. R2D2 started doing coke after that shit. Fortunately, we had Return of the Jedi come. I mean, not Return of the Jedi, but Empire Strikes
yeah.
Back come out, man. And when that came out, that gave us faith in the series again.
I can see how that could completely take faith away.
A lot of people don't remember. You know, a lot of us forget. You know, and a lot of kids don't even know this exists. Things like, did you ever see the fight for Endor?
No.
You
I
never
I never saw it.
see. A lot of people don't remember this. The Ewoks after Return of the Jedi, you had your Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah.
This was the equivalent of that for Return of the Jedi.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the Christmas special, but it's pretty fucking bad.
Somewhere at the end of the galaxy, 2 friends were about to say goodbye.
Danger.
And together, they face an incredible adventure beyond imagination.
There's no escape for you.
Shit turned into He-Man.
You should have said
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, man, you know, it's all the same thing. Shit turned to some magical He-Man indoor type shit. Or what planet
Eternia.
was Eternia type shit? That's Evil Lynn from He-Man right there,
Yeah.
man. I like the way they even Wicked don't want to be in this shit. Look at you remember Wicked W. Wars, who had that fucking midget in him. What was his name?
Oh, Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
yeah, he came back for this too. Look at this
So
shit.
the
Even-
forces of evil
Look like him. Let
threaten
me
their
out this
lives.
motherfucker. Leave me alone.
Run fast, run.
And together, they face an incredible adventure beyond imagination.
It turned into a kids franchise. At that point, after Return of the Jedi,
Yeah.
after the Ewoks were brought in, it was done, man.
Yeah.
It turned into a kids franchise. So much that, I mean, even look at this shit. They had a dude named Teak or something in there. That's a character.
Oh, man. What the fuck is that?
Looking like the neighborhood wino. You know? Look at that shit, man.
It looks like somebody made him for a Rankin Bass animated Lord of the Rings, and it just didn't get used.
Well, it's funny because when you look at this, Lucasfilm, known for some of the best special effects out there. This motherfucker, that face didn't even move. That wasn't even an articulated mask.
Oh, man.
It was just a dude running around with a mask on top of, you know, it's,
Somebody burned that shit with fire. Kill that.
look at this shit, man.
God,
you can Lucasfilm
Yeah.
made this shit. Yeah, we can make this mask in our garage, man.
This is the same motherfucker that put CG in his old movies that was shit. So
This
as far
is
as him in special effects,
Yeah.
I got at this point he had lost any credibility.
keep
he
in
ever
mind
had.
that after the Christmas special, Lucas said, "Never again."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, well, maybe one more time.
one more time. And then that money started coming in from those toys, and he was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
I got to get paid.
I need a rant.
Because didn't they eventually make action figures out of every character that's ever been in Star Wars, even the extras?
They made them, to get the extras, the characters that didn't even do shit in the movies. You had to buy like 500 action figures and cut off the proofs of purchases in the back and send them in to prove that you got it. You had to eat a bowl of Star Wars cereal too.
Yeah.
You had to jack off to R2-D2 and shit to get him. I mean, it was a lot of weird shit you had to do to get these toys.
Yeah.
And it became a toy franchise. A lot of adults don't remember. You probably don't even remember when the Clone Wars came out as a feature film, and it was horrible. You remember, we saw that in the theater.
Oh, that's right.
2008.
That's
Oh,
man, I
man,
totally blanked that out of my
Yeah, I
mind.
forgot that was in theaters.
That was released.
Wow, that's right.
That was released in a movie theater.
Oh, my God.
And it was completely fucking horrible.
Oh, I know.
was.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was George Lucas had so much money that he lost his fucking mind.
Because by that time, like he took it like instead of that 2D, let's make it 3D and make them actually look like toys, so it can be that much easier to sell the toys.
Yeah. Make them look like Lego sets and
Yeah.
shit. It is a hype machine that is fueled on all of our nostalgia.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's-
Why am I telling you all this? Because 2 reasons. One, out of all that shit, we actually had a galaxy of Star Wars properties. Out of all the number of things that are Star Wars related out there, really only, and this is you can argue this, but only 2 are good. Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
I would say the like I said, the Jenny Tartakovsky Clone Wars animated series.
That doesn't really count though. Yeah.
Why? Because it throws off your premise.
Well, no, you're talking about the movie, like the main movie.
I'm talking about the big ones, you know?
things.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, I've been saying that for years.
This is not so much I'm geeking out about this fucking trailer right here. I mean, I am, but it's not so much I'm geeking about I'm geeking out about the movie. I'm geeking out, and I think a lot of people are also geeking out about the possibility. We want something good.
That's all.
You know, I mean, Return of the Jedi came out in 1983. That's the last decent Star Wars thing we have. It's 2015. That's a long ass dry spell.
And look, my bar is not even set really high. I just want something good, man. Honestly, just good, not even great. I'm not looking for great or like the best movie ever. Just good.
Just good.
That's all I'm asking
Just
for,
good. I
man.
mean, the
That's
bar
it.
is low.
It's very low.
These are famous last words.
Oh,
It always starts with this. It's like, man, I don't care about the plot. I just want some action. I want a movie that don't give a fuck. And then after you see it, you're like, man, that movie just didn't give a fuck.
Look,
I don't like that shit.
it's just we're just happy that J.J. Abrams has it.
Yeah.
I mean, he might fuck it up.
He might.
I mean, the last Star Trek movie, you know, wasn't all that good.
Yeah,
He
but at
might
least we
fuck it
have
up.
hope now.
But we have hope now.
Yeah.
You have a new hope.
We have a new hope. Then we should have a crawl.
That's what the crawl should be about. Instead of giving you the backstory, it should talk about all the fans and how disappointed they've been.
Dun, 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 dun. After the evil George Lucas fucked up his own series, the great J.J. Abrams has come in to help restore peace into the galaxy.
But there's a disturbance in the force.
Disney.
The evil lens flares have taken over.
Oh, God.
You know, you
Can't help himself.
You can't. Hey, he might be Lucas too. You can't trust the guy who can't lead. Who can't see
Yeah,
past his own lens flares,
that
man.
is true, man.
Motherfucker directed like this. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Is that good, JJ? No. I'm not blinding you. More cowbell. I mean, lens flares.
Yeah. Good boss. Yeah, it's good, man. I'll be in my trailer.
You guys finish up.
Where's that sign?